So I've been asked to talk about the history of the Paul Reed Smith Band. It's actually maybe the 7th or 8th iteration of the band over a long period of time. Originally we were the Dragons, and it slowly evolved into the Paul Reed Smith Band, and eventually it settled down to Michael Alt, Gary Granger, Greg Granger, and myself. And Derek St. Holmes, the great singer from Ted Nugent's band that sang Stranglehold, was in the band. And he started touring again with Ted. So we found a singer named Mia Simone, and Mia started to sing with us, and somehow the whole thing gelled. And we spent probably a year and a half, 2 years working on a record, a CD. And then someone who works at Hopkins actually runs the oncology department there, runs half the hospital. Bill Nelson joined the band. So there are 3 guitar players: myself, Michael Alt, Bill Nelson, a bass player, Gary Granger, his brother Greg, the drummer, and Mia. And it has evolved into something that when we get up in the morning and we're going to play that day, everybody gets excited. It's a good day when the band plays. It's fun. I have a thought that, you know, when you're as good as human experience can get, you should be happy about it. And my experience of being around Gary and Greg when they're playing is that's just about as good a rhythm section I've ever been around in my life. And we get up to play, and it's just like, oh my God, we're going to play. It's just exciting. We're always working on songs. We just wrote a tune called Phoenix in My Blood. We've got I Can't Breathe and Testify and all these tunes, Moving Mountains. They all came from something. All these songs came from something. For example, Testify came when Gary and Greg's mom passed away. Moving Mountains came when we lost our friend Bugs Henderson. And I'm not trying to be, you know, in any way dark here in terms of where the songs come from, but when large emotions come up, these songs come. We just wrote this thing called Phoenix in My Blood, which my daughter wrote the words for. It's about these big feelings that come up from time to time that you don't have any control over, and you keep coming back from the ashes. We've written a tune called This World's Gonna Need More Love, which we believe, with all the increase in population and the food shortages and everything. I think that that's something we actually believe in our bones. And so all these tunes are always coming, and we like to share the songs with everybody. And Mia has a wonderful way of being able to not just sing the song, but deliver the words. When she says, I can't breathe, you can feel it. I can't breathe is literally about those moments in life where you can't breathe because something, you know, difficult's happened, you know. So some of the tunes are about life, some of the tunes are about joy, some of the tunes are about, you know, we got caught on a mountain one time and the brakes of my car failed. We were coming out of Yosemite and the Chevy literally was shaking going down a hill, and we wrote a tune called It's Not My Time to Die, which is good fun. There's another tune we wrote called Runaway Train, which is about the train that got away in Pennsylvania. And I finished the movie, we finished watching the movie, and wrote the whole thing up. I love being in this band, and I think we're lucky to have this group of people together. We had a very interesting moment happen. We had a wonderful musician sitting in with the band, and we were at rehearsal. He goes, well, how many bars is the solo? We said, we don't know. And he said, well, how many bars? So we counted. Yeah, 32 bar solo. He goes, okay, 32 bars. And we said, just play. And he's like, huh? And we said, he said, what about this? How long's the first verse? You know, how long before we come in? You know, he was asking all these questions. And we don't know, just play. You know what the chords are, don't worry about it. And we realized at the end of that rehearsal, we could hear each other think, and he couldn't hear us think yet. Literally, if you watch Gary and Greg, they're nodding each other. It sounds like gibberish come out of their mouths, but they know exactly what they're talking about. They can hear each other think. And it's gotten to the point where, you know, I can hear Michael think, he can hear me think. Mia just a little teeny gesture, and we know what she wants, and we don't think that that's repeatable. We've been together so long. Michael's been my guitar partner almost 30 years on and off. Gary and Greg and I have played over a decade together. Mia's been around for the last 4 or 5 years. Bill's the FNG, he's the new guy in the band, but he's getting to the point where he can hear us think. And so we'll do things like just stop the band and ask the audience what song they want us to play, and we'll learn it right there in front of them. It's just good fun. This band is just good fun. So download a few of the tunes and think about them in terms of what I'm saying here. I love this band. This is good fun.